On to the B final. On the front row, Roger Mullen. Dill Davis carries our camera. On the second row, John Denton, Jeff Simons. Look out for Martin Gurnett on grid 5, Adam Nakar on grid 8. Now we're rolling round, under starters orders, and Mullen's dropped the hammer straight away. And Davies has missed the start, he can't even get into second. Denton is through to second, Gurnett third. Oh, he's been hit from behind by Jeff Simons. Now was he pushed there by Adam Nakar, or was Nakar himself pushed as well? Down at the hairpin, it's Mullen from Denton. Mullen runs wide, Denton going for the lead. Oh, and it's busy in the midfield, and Hansen's been turned around. So Mullen, Denton, Gurnett, Dan Underhill up to fourth, Mizzen. Stuart Martin making ground there. Denton holding off Martin Gurnett. Dan Underhill in fourth, holding off Keith Mizzen. Matthew Cross trying to hold off Gareth Thomas, and here comes Stuart Martin. Down to turn one, there's a penalty board out there. 77, that's Vlad Maruta. Perhaps that was for the assault on Chris Hansen. Thomas runs wide out of stadium. Here comes Stuart Martin down the inside. Oh, and Thomas has been turned round. Well, was Stuart Martin pushed? And there's further contact at the back of the field. I think that could have been Maruta again on Jeff Simons. Well, end of lap 2. Mullen leads from Denton. Gurnett. I can tell you Stuart Martin has picked up a penalty. So Gurnett looking to the inside of Denton. As Denton tries to make a move on Mullen. Mullen doesn't seem that quick. Underhill though, pushing through, trying to take third. Lets it go, Mizzen moving onto his bumper. Keith Mizzen in the white there. Then it's Sharman in 6th, Alex Townsend 7th. I expect to see Stuart Martin in 8th. Denton tries again. Remember, it's 4 to qualify. Any kind of penalty will see you out of the A final. If Martin's got one, well, I don't think he's going to make it. But you can race on and try to appeal that penalty at the end of the race. Townsend, the inside of Sharman. Has he got it done? Well, he had, but Sharman's run round the outside. Here comes Martin. This is the battle for 6th place. Matthew Cross and Phil Kendall round out the top 10. Kendall 7 seconds off the lead. Denton in the lead now. Has Mullen got any kind of response? Well, he's under pressure from Martin Gurnett in 3rd. Simons picks off Matthew Cross. Oliver Hall having a bit of fun there with Vlad Maruta and co. Oh, Maruta all over the road. So Gurnett looking for 2nd. And he's through. Dan Underhill looking to the outside of Roger Mullen. Never do that. But he could do it at the hairpin. Keeps his powder dry for another lap. Townsend trying to put a move on Sharman. It's a 2nd attempt, and it's cost him. Stuart Martin goes through. So Martin moving onto the bumper of Miles Sharman straight away. He's on the bumper of Keith Mizzen. So Mizzen, conscious of the drivers behind him, There's Phil Kendall, another driver who probably hoped to qualify straight to the A. Struggling with this B final, we're halfway through. And he's still 7 seconds off the lead and about 4 seconds off qualification. He'll have to get a move on. Mullen hanging on to third. Dan Underhill on the whisk bumper though. Sharman still holding off Stuart Martin. Cross now under pressure from Steve Harris out of the B final. And Mark Lawrence. Underhill is through to third. Denton, Gurnett, dropping Dan Underhill, who's dropping Roger Mullen. Into Mizzen, Sharman, Martin. Townsend falling away for now. Stuart Martin in range, and down the inside. Now that's a clean move. So Martin up to 6th, but possibly racing with a penalty. Townsend having a think about 7th place. Gonna have to start getting a move on. Mizzen was deep there in the stadium. Here comes Martin. He's down the inside and through. Mizzen unable to hold a tight line through stadium for a fast line out. Just lost a smidgen of momentum and Martin was straight through. So Stuart Martin's next target is Roger Mullen. He's half a second a lap faster and closing rapidly. There's Underhill in third. There's Mullen, who's run wide in stadium. Well, he's just invite him in. Here he comes. Stuart Martin, clean as you like, through to 4th place. But is it qualification? Has he got that penalty? Mullen trying to come back at him. He'll probably try and do a crisscross, but Martin's far too quick for that. Mizzen will move in and look for 5th, which could turn into 4th if there's a penalty. Kendall closing in. Richard Beckett has been lapped, needs to get out of the way. Jeff Simons has finally got some speed, but he's left it awfully late. Maruta already racing with a penalty, pushing his way past Steve Harris. Beckett needs to get out the way. Oh, he could have got in the way of Phil Kendall there. Well, Kendall and Simons have passed him. Simons has moved on to Phil Kendall's bumper, looking to make a move into the pit bend. 2 laps to go. These two have got speed enough for the A final, but they're going to be fighting with each other when they really should be trying to go forward. Mullen seems to have seen off Keith Mizzen. We're winding down here to the end of the B final. Lap and a half to go. John Denton still leads, but only by half a second from Martin Gurnett. Dan Underhill is third, and coming under pressure from Stuart Martin, who may or may not have a penalty. That could mean that Roger Mullen could still qualify for the A final. Denton takes a look over his shoulder as we start the last lap. I feel sure Martin Gurnett could take this win if he wanted it badly enough. Martin wants third. He's up the inside and through in stadium ahead of Dan Underhill. But is he racing with a penalty? Underhill would still qualify regardless. Mullen could be going through with him. Mizzen going narrow to hold off Sharman. Simons is in. He passes Townsend. Contact with Sharman. Contact with Townsend. Well, it's about 5 laps too late for Jeff Simons. He's awake now. Oh, he's getting some afters. But at the finish, it's Denton from Gurnett. Martin is third, but is penalised. Dan Underhill and Roger Mullen will make up the quartet that go through.